Hello everybody, Dutria here. We are gonna do another survival. This has been requested and therefore here is the video. Mistymire Forest. Hardcore survival. Oh, wrong button. G. Okay, Mistymire Hardcore survival mix mode. Yeah, I will just pick wave 20 because this is just to show the setup. I've beaten it. Let's go. Also, I've heard many requests during comments of what my stats are. So here you go. Stats for my builder. These two are most important. These two a little bit less, but still nice. Okay, let's start. The problem with this map mostly, that I found, is the flyers and the ogres that come from there. That's pretty much the main problem in this map. What I mostly do is here. Another one. You don't have to do this, because later on you might get more ogres and then might get further if you have lesser stats, and then if you're unlucky they start smacking this physical beam. If it goes down, your buff beam goes down. If your buff beam goes down, everything here goes to shit. So what I would suggest is if this happens to you, just move the tower buff beam a little bit back, that it won't boost your physical beam. It can still boost this nice reflection beam, but that's all up to you guys at what happens at some point. Always make this one 5. You can make it 4 too, but let's keep it at 5 for now. And let's put it like that. And we're going here. Another physical beam. Put it on 3. That's enough. You don't need a reflection here. Between the trees, I can't go lower. This is quite annoying. That's also with most of the jungle maps. It's extremely annoying. Builders, map creators should really consider making those trees extremely high or just remove them, because trees are an annoyance. Anyway, we'll continue. Small buff bin here. Let's go over here, shall we? A very small physical here. This one can be 4. There we go. That's pretty much everything for our wow, I forgot how they're called. Anyway, no worries. I'm sure somebody will let me know. I've been out of the game for a while, so yes, sorry. Let's zoom out, because now we need to see, because this is pretty important. You want it to at least cover the bridge area, so let's stand a little bit here so you can see. Needs to cover at least the bridge area, but you also want it to fire that direction, so it will take care of most of the wyverns that come. I haven't seen it shoot on the copters, but yeah, that's no problem. You've got your minions for that. So yeah. Also, this is just one possibility of a setup. There is another possibility, which I prefer, to be honest. Put this one like this. This one is also very important. The nicest thing about the Deadly Striker is it can shoot through walls and solid ground and everything. It's pretty much the only tower that can do it. So it can just shoot through here, no problem. And it can shoot through these rocks, no problem. So everything, after a while, a lot gets stuck here. I will show you why later. And this Deadly Striker makes sure a lot of, let's say, the the Magians and the Sharkins will get toasted by this guy. So that's nice. Well, also put this one like this, so it can provide both sides of power, and put this one like this as well. That should do. Right. Here we're gonna put 2 magic missiles. Just place it like so. There we go. Done. If later on you get trouble, turn this one around. Or place it here and turn it around. I'm gonna put it like this. And we're gonna put an 8 here. There we go. Before I forget his stats, pretty much the same. 3, 2, 1, 2. So yeah. Again, the most important here is speed and these two. This one is nice, but not very. You don't need it that high. Around 1,000 should be more than enough, and you can have a pretty nice range. Okay. Move on to the next one, shall we? The monk. One of the most important characters. Well, as always, in Snare, electric, strength drain, always pretty much the same stats. In Snare, strength drain. This one could be a bit tricky if you have, like me, a pretty large area. Still, maybe I can zoom out to just see it. Because right there we've got our buff beam, so you have to make sure your radius is inside that buff beam. So I can put it here, no problem. If you can't reach it with the range, then you should put it closer, because this one is quite nice. Could be higher, but it's quite nice. I want it to be 3,000 actually, but yeah. In some levels you need to take off close before you can even put down your auras, otherwise you can't be able to summon. So that's also a possibility. If you have a problem with where it's too big, just take off some clothes and then you can put it wherever you want, because you have a small area, small range. Okay, last but not least, this side. We'll also get the 3. Just put it on the bottom of the stairs. That should suffice. Because this ball will go a lot bigger. Okay. That's that. Next up, we're gonna go to our legendary himself. Our Squire. Showing stats. As you can see, this one is not, if it's 500, that's more than enough. The range of his towers are pretty good, and yeah, 3,000 is also a bit too much. Should be more on this one, and these two are pretty much the main reason you should focus on anyway. In this map he won't do much. A single harpoon is enough. You don't need more of him. And of course, our hunter. Again, because it's been requested. The stats: 2322. I always put a gas here. It's not always needed, but I put it there anyway. This side also gas, non-boosted. You don't want it to be boosted anyway, because otherwise you have a chance the radius will start here. Meaning they get gassed around here. There's no way a tower can hit it here, at least only the deadly strike. That's not enough. Now they get gassed here. And that's what I meant with a huge pile up. They all get piled up here because this easy minions get they get the gas on them, they get stuck, and they hold everything else back there as well. And the deadly striker will simply take care of the big ones. So yes, what you might want to do is you've got 4 left, so you can place this one or this one. So either the proximity mine trap or the eternal spike trap. Well, the eternal spike trap is, however, electric, but because you have your strength drain, it takes down the elemental, and therefore it can hit. And it does quite a nice amount of damage. I would suggest using that in this situation against the ogres. What you also could do is use this one, the infernal, the Inferno trap. But that could give you one slight disadvantage because it keeps burning for a while, and it might kill some of the smaller ones, and yeah. So I mostly just go for the Eternal Spike Trap. It's the 3, then you have 1 left and you can place 1 reflection. And I thought I missed that, but I wasn't quite sure about it. So we bring back our... Darn it, I simply don't know its name anymore. I really haven't played it for a while. There we go, we put it here. Okay, before... No. We're gonna place the minions first, and then we're gonna talk about it in a second. Because if you've watched more videos of mine, then you've heard me saying it a few times before that I like jesters. I like the jester build. And most people use a jester as a fighter, as a skillful, fast fighter. Nothing wrong with that, not at all. Because jester is an excellent, strong, fast fighter. But I like the jester for something else, for building. I don't like to fight anyway. I'm not much of a fighter. I've got some nice characters. No good ones, but some nice ones. So, but yeah, I use the jester as a fighter. Let's concentrate on building some guys here. Put it down thanks to crystal. Let's put them up. This is always quite simple. Just let them walk, and then as soon as they pass, just click to follow. And don't forget to hold defense, otherwise they start moving around. Put the mage in the middle. And all the archers in range. Most of these archers will just fight to the right. Now the archers here are very important. Because quite frankly, here they will make sure that the ogres and the copters won't get through. So you might want to consider to place quite a few here. If you're not going for my second setup that I will suggest as well, which could be very useful. I'm using it a lot lately, or no better said, I used it a lot, because I'm not really playing this game anymore. Let's see. Oh, we still get a lot left. Let's take some more mana. Let's take down this chest. I'll do it because I'm there. these guys that are gonna be set here right now will not be buffed, but could be buffed if you change something around, which I will tell you a little bit later. Everything that's now remaining will be here. And then this side should be more than efficient. Should be well protected now, no problem. There's still one. Not in defending mode, you could also add a few here. His stats, 3-3-2-2, almost all three. One of them is almost a 4, so anyway. This is my fighter. He's not that great, but so let's talk about the chest, shall we? So this is my setup, pretty much, without anything else. And this is just this is a good setup. It works, no problem. But it can always be better. If you have, like me, a builder as Chester, then you can use its presence to replace these towers. Because this fireball tower costs 5. If you place a few in, let's say you start off at wave 10, 13, whatever, doesn't matter, 13, fine. Let's say you start at that wave, you just build these archers right here, as I did, and you put them in above beam, of course. You place this as well, with above beam, and without the towers, just remove all the towers in your imagination, just gone with them, don't need them. Only the guys, no towers. And then just build all the presses you've got. Then you start, you press G, and some towers will start to appear. And then you just fill the gaps. And you will have a lot more towers in the end, or even a chance to build more traps, because you have more defense units. Because the biggest, what are they called? The biggest presence costs 4 defense units. This fireball tower is 5. I believe the deadly striker. Yep, deadly striker is 8, so that's double. So here are already 4 presents. Those 2 deadly strikers are 4 presents. So with that said, you already see where I'm going to. If you use a Chester, you can build more towers. And in this case, you can build more buff beams, because here you can build another buff beam of 5, because you have that left. Then up here you can place another trap if you want, make this one even bigger, put it down to 5 or 6, place down a trap that goes all the way here, and then you can blast them away. That's quite good. You might even be able to boost this one as well if you want, then just change it a little bit around, and then just well, yeah, a lot is possible there, but that's with the Chester. You have to be, yeah, you just have to be a little bit creative with that part. But it works. If you don't want to do that, it's fine. This one works as well, but it's just another suggestion. I hope this setup might give you some inspiration on what you can do. And yeah, I hope it works. I hope it helps. Yeah, for me this works. I think I covered it all now. This was Dutria. This was Mistymire Forest. And this was my setup. Thank you again for watching. And if you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, or want me to do a video of a map, be sure to ask. I can do that. I don't play this game anymore, but hey, I can still make some videos, no problem. Sure, why not? If you want to, I will. Nothing changed in this game anymore because I'm too busy with Dungeon Defenders 2, so no new monsters or anything, no new difficulties, so what worked a year ago still works now. So yes, thank you again and goodbye. Bye bye.